Here we are in the last unit of the course. Once finished, excitement and relief will overcome you. But for now, your grades depend on your work. So get to it. You got this. Assignment 3, the final team project. It's pretty straightforward. It follows the evaluation, analysis, and synthesis of the leadership challenge and the text, video, articles, and additional research that we've been working on throughout the term. Use what you've been creating and crafting in those discussion posts all term to fill in the blanks on Assignment 3. Remember to check the grading rubric and assignment description for more details. If you have any questions, let me know. Well, moving on to Assignment 4. This assignment is a quick reminder on why you need to participate equally in your group project. I will be using this feedback from your group members as well as your own feedback to give you your grade for this assignment. Speaking of virtual teams, we need to talk about why we do group projects in academia and how a virtual team project is going to benefit you. Throughout your education, you get immersed in teams working on mock projects, fake scenarios, and businesses. Tuition is real, but the outcomes of these projects have little consequences. But the outcomes of projects on the job, out there in the real world, have huge negative impacts if executed poorly. Think about it. If we get to make mistakes for pennies compared to the dollar amounts we could waste away in a real leadership situation. In fact, when we poorly communicate with our team members, botch a project, fail to meet the outcomes of that project here in the classroom, these are all learning opportunities, so we don't do it in the real world. Now, or in your future job, you will hold a leadership position where you will be collaborating as a member of a team, and the trend is going virtual. Think about this example. You have a $20 million project. Your contribution is small, but critical as a leader. You fail to come through on your part. And this $200 million project never happened, partly due to ego, partly due to your inability to collaborate. Well, you should have left your ego at the door and learned how to effectively collaborate here in organizational leadership. Now you not only get demoted, but you get fired. Your team got fired. And the project, well, it never happened. The next quarter, earnings came out, and guess what? They missed by $200 million. And the shareholders of that company, well, they lost way more than $200 million in just one day. My point is, the mistakes we make here in academia are cheap compared to the mistakes we make in the real world. This is why collaboration and the team element of this course is so important. Knowledge is power, but if you can't practically apply that knowledge in a real job, then it is meaningless. And no job happens in a black box. On that note, your submission for assignment 2 looked great. Mostly just issues with formatting and your use of APA or MLA. So the question begs, why do we use style guides anyways? This application has no relevancy to the real world. Well, I got answers. It really does. Although your boss at work will never say, will you turn in that project and make sure it's in MLA format? Or if you turn in a business plan to a bank, they won't make it mandatory to be an APA for a review. Furthermore, if you're fighting over a property boundary with your neighbor, the court or the town hall will still accept any paperwork without a style guide. What they are looking for is clear, concise writing with no errors and is formatted in a way that is readable, that credits the use of outside sources. If I was a banker and you gave me a business plan that had any noticeable errors, I'd throw it in the trash. If I was a court and could not discern the tense in which you were writing, I might give out the wrong judgment. Or worse, if I was a patent judge and found out you stole someone's ideas without crediting them, you go to jail. If I was your boss and you gave me a sloppy formatted project proposal, I would think twice before giving you a promotion or any more responsibility. I hope that these examples bring clarity on why we use style guides. On that same thought, why academia has certain guidelines such as MLA or APA helps instructors grade. It helps students avoid plagiarism, and it helps accreditation bodies to pass judgment on the credibility of programs. Don't you want to graduate with a degree that's credible? As you navigate through your educational career and your professional career, details will always matter. So let your voice be heard and pay attention to them, please. Well, on that note, it's been an excellent term, and all of you have done a distinguished job. My hope is that you do not focus on the MLA or APA, but that you learned a lot about leadership and how to apply it to your own practice in order to be successful in any organizational environment. At the end of this class, you'll be prompted to take an evaluation for administrative purposes. If you liked this class or hated this class, if you enjoyed or disliked my instruction, it is imperative that you complete this evaluation. This will help me redesign the class, continue teaching here, or get canned with all the other lousy instructors. So I expect 100% participation. Well, this is the last time you're going to have to see me. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, I'm here for your success. Thanks. It's been great.